Good morning, and welcome to another episode of Punk Rock Ham Radio. And Merry Christmas. I hope everybody got to spend time with your family, no matter where you live, all your nieces and nephews, all your loved ones. I hope everybody had the merriest of Christmases, happy holidays, whatever you celebrate. I'm wishing you the happiest holiday season. I'm flying back to California. I'm at the airport. Goal is today to bring my HF kit with me on the airplane. I have a burning desire to learn how to travel with my HF gear. I've traveled with radios a couple of times. I'll never forget the first time I tried to travel with my HTs, and I was like, is anybody gonna ask me any questions? And nope, nobody cared. I've flown with my 705 once with a roll-up J-pole, just, VHF, UHF kit. Did anybody care? No, the TSA even told me, we don't care about your ham radios. You just have to take them out of your backpack and put them on the conveyor belt with your iPad. But this time I have all my HF kit, my Bioenno battery, link dipole, a bunch of wires and batteries and things. I've done my research, consulted some more experienced hams, and everything's gonna be fine. We should be fine, but I thought it'd be fun to make a video documenting my first experience traveling with the QRP Ham Radio Kit. So I'll bring you guys along and we'll see what happens. I think everything's gonna be fine. Why do you have all these radios and batteries and wires? I just like playing with radios for fun, for recreation when I travel. Join me, you guys, going out California way, looking for some internet.
Heading out California way, looking for some internet.
Only in Fort Lane, Indiana, is there no traffic at the international airport. That's not actually international. It just gets you to the actual international airport on these tiny little airplanes. One thing I like about these smaller airports is that there is no traffic and you can pretty much just walk right up to security. Oh, look, there they are, over there. Let's go say hi to our neighborhood-friendly TSA agents. I'm on the fence. Should I be like, hey, I got a ham radio in here, just saying hey? Or should I just not say anything? I don't know. We'll just play it by ear. Okay, I'll see you guys on the other side. If I make it to the other side. We're gonna be fine, we'll make it to the other side. I made it through security. That was not a big deal. They do not care about my ham radio. They do have to look at everything though. They took my whole kit apart. They took my mask out of my luggage. My mask is in my, my little roller luggage thing, and my radio is in my backpack. I even asked the guy when the door, like, do I need to take this out and put it on the conveyor belt next to my iPad? He was like, nah, but I'll probably take it out next time and just have everything in an accessible location. Because they did have to take my entire kit apart, and took a little bit of time to put everything back together, but it's mostly the battery that I'm concerned about. And I asked him, yeah, that's got to come with me on the airplane, right? It can't go in because he got these tiny little airplanes in Fort Wayne, right? And you don't want to put a lithium iron phosphate battery unpressurized in the belly of the aircraft. So battery, my beloved ICOM 705 are going to stay with me in the backpack under the seat in front of me. All right, let's go find out where I'm supposed to be. Get on the airplane, go to California, one stop in DFW. That's our little itty bitty aircraft right there. It's an E-175 airplane, I think. And the thing I've been most concerned about this entire time, bringing my HF ham radio kit with me, is my Bioenno battery, which was not a big deal with the TSA, but it does need to stay with me in the cabin, and I have it in my backpack, and that's what we're gonna do. Historically, when I've flown on these airplanes, they will check your carry-on. They'll check this. Even though it's not checked baggage, they will still put it in the belly of the aircraft. And what you don't want to do is put a battery in an unpressurized cargo hold. on an airplane. Aside from that, I just want to keep all of my radio gear and everything where I can access it, where no one's going to knock it over in a cargo thing or up on the overhead. It stays in my backpack, in the seat in front of me, where I have control over all of my radio gear. Aside from that, we're boarding, so let's not miss our flight and let's go to California. Sitting on the airplane now, my luggage is going to be transferred all the way to Ontario Airport in California. That's never happened before, so I'm really glad I have all of my radios in my backpack. Hello DFW, Punk Rock Ham Radio here on my way to California for Christmas and gonna activate some Parks on the Air. My radio, safe and sound, in my backpack. They did check my luggage. I had no idea that was gonna happen, but being the punk rocker that I am always the last guy to board the airplane. Why? Because the sooner I get on that airplane, the longer I have to sit in one spot and sit still. So my Soda Beams Tactical Mini Mast is in that pack. TSA was actually very interested in that mast. We'll talk about that later. We got to figure out where we're going next. And thank you so much for joining me on this ham radio adventure, flying with my HF QRP kit for the first time. Always, always, always keep your ham radios in your backpack with you, under the little spot in the seat, you know, that's in front of you, because you never know if someone's gonna have to check your luggage on one of those itty-bitty little airplanes out of a little itty-bitty international airport like Fort Wayne. And always have your gear ready where TSA can just see everything, inspect it, because they had to take everything apart, but we'll talk about that later. I got to figure out where I got to go next. Wow, I'm impressed. I don't have to get on that Skylink tram at DFW to get to where I'm going next. I don't really like DFW Airport, to be honest, mostly because it's just so big and it's easy to get lost and go the wrong way on that tram. If you go the wrong way on that tram, you're gonna have a bad time.
You're gonna have a bad time.
All right, I've arrived at my gate in a matter of 5 minutes. B16, it's right there. I've never flown through DFW and not had to get on that little people mover train. So I've got a couple hours to kill, unless there's a gate change and all of a sudden you got to get to the other side of the airport, because that's happened before too. The first time I flew to this airport, I barely had enough time to get from one end of the airport, get on the train, and get to the end of the airport. We were running to get there, but usually this is where I get laid over at if I'm going from Fort Wayne to California or to the West Coast or whatever. Happy holidays from DFW. Oh, thanks, Texas. This is the people mover monorail tram station at lovely DFW Airport, and for the first time I do not need to board that tram to get to the other side of the airport. Got a couple of hours to kill, and being the punk rock explorer that I am, I'm just kind of wandering around, going exploring. I just ate some Texas barbecue, got some brisket, Texas toast, mac and cheese, and potato salad at Cousin's Barbecue. It's when in Rome, right? Texas seems like a really cool place. I would love to come visit Texas, spend a week here, play some ham radio, do some Parks on the Air. I've only actually ever really been in Texas outside of just passing through the airport 2 times. The first time I was moving to Indiana, and I went through Amarillo, Texas, and got the best steak at the Big Texan right there off of the interstate. That was good. And the second time, I think it was from a couple of Christmases ago, my flights got delayed and I got stuck here in Dallas, Fort Worth. And I had to spend the night at a hotel somewhere. I didn't know where I was because I had to get a taxi voucher thing, and they took me there and took me back the next day. So that is the extent of my Texas experience. Would love to visit this place and explore more. Most all of my POTA contacts, like if you look at my Parks on the Air page, most all of my hunter contacts are in Texas, because there's probably a lot of ham radio guys and gals in Texas, because don't mess with Texas, dude. They don't mess around out here. Especially if you're from California. Don't tell anybody I'm from California. I swear, I'm not like most of those other Californians. I may or may not have said that I don't really like DFW Airport, but you know what? DFW Airport ain't so bad. It's just like any other big airport. The airport that I despise is that Chicago airport. ORD, O'Hare, screw that airport. You land at the airport and get off at the plane. All right, where I gotta go next just to get 50 notifications on your phone. New gate, new gate, new gate, new gate. So where am I actually supposed to go? I don't know. But this DFW place, I kind of got it all figured out, and I can navigate around here just fine. Once you get used to it, it's not that bad. It's just like any other big airport. There's our airplane. Getting on that big bird in about 40 minutes. There's the great state of Texas out there, outside of this window. Someday I'll come and visit. Okay, so before I get on this airplane, I want to take a minute and talk about going through TSA for the first time with my ham radio. So, what happened? I walk up there, take off my bags and my shoes and all of the things, and I'm like, hey dude, like I got a ham radio in my backpack, do I need to take it out with my iPad and stuff? And he's like, nah man, just put it on the conveyor belt and shouldn't be an issue. Okay, cool dude, thanks man. And so I do that. My radio is in this backpack, my mask is in my luggage, and I get through the little scanner thingy, and I'm waiting there, and then I see the guy at the little screen that's like got the x-ray machine or whatever he's looking at, going, something in here, and he hits the button to all my stuff gets pulled aside. It wasn't a big deal. Everything was fine. It's not the first time that these guys have had to check out some ham radio gear, right? So the other guy pulls me aside and he's like, is this yours? Yeah. Is there anything sharp in here? No. There's an antenna mast in there though. Yeah, that's what we want to look at. They were especially interested in the mast, which was surprising to me. It's a Soda Beams tactical mini mast. And I was just really friendly. I kind of asked him, oh, what kind of test are you doing? I was like, yeah, I'm checking for this and that. Okay, cool. And I was like, it's an antenna mast. It's 20 feet tall. It's really cool. It's for ham radio. He's like, oh yeah, that's awesome, man. Are you in the service? I was like, no, I wasn't in the service, but I'm an Eagle Scout, and my Scoutmaster and my dad, got me into ham radio. So kind of got to share a little bit of my ham radio story, and that was really cool. And then so then they took the other little plastic tray that had my backpack in it. They had to take my radio out, open up my whole 705 kit, and look at everything. And like, again, it's not the first time that they've seen ham radio gear. They definitely have done this before, and they were super friendly, and I was just super friendly, just making small talk conversation. But what I want to do for next time on the return trip, I'm gonna do this. When I'm getting ready to go through security, I'm gonna have my radio and my mast just ready for them. I'm gonna put them on their own plastic tray, let them just pull that stuff aside so that I can at least get the rest of my stuff and start putting my shoes and all of my stuff back on while they're checking that out. So I'm really stoked because I have a burning desire to learn how to travel the country wherever I want to go with my radio gear because Parks on the Air is an international game of ham radio, and it's so much fun, and there's so many places to go and explore. Now, I will be pretty much limited to a QRP type setup, but you guys have been watching my videos for long enough. You guys have seen how much fun I've been having with my ICOM 705, and I've been making plenty of contacts on single sideband and FT8 and playing around with different antennas. So I can't wait to someday get to do a Parks on the Air in Texas or Florida or like wherever. I can't wait to come back and visit Texas or Florida and go see all of the space stuff, dude. I want to go see Mission Control and like the launch pad in Florida. I can't wait to go and visit all that stuff someday. So anyways, I got an airplane to catch, and I can't wait to bring you guys along on this POTA activation at Chino Hills State Park tomorrow. It'll be in a separate video. You may not even see this video till, I don't know, sometime in January probably, because I have 2 other December videos coming up just demonstrating how much fun that I'm having with ham radio playing Parks on the Air, which I think is the entire purpose of this channel. Just having fun, making videos, playing ham radio, and getting to take you all along on these adventures. So Merry Christmas, you guys. I'll see you in Ontario, California, coming up pretty soon in this video as we just make our way to California step by step, putting my left foot in front of my right foot, 1 foot in front of the other, because that's how I got up all those soda summits in California, which is the gateway drug to the whole rest of this ham radio thing. Punk Rock Ham Radio here. Made it to California. Now I just have to figure out where my luggage is. It's probably at the baggage claim.
TSA regulations require
only I am allowed to lose my stuff. All right, man. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the POTA Park, and engage your flux capacitor and power up the time circuits, because I'm gonna snap my fingers and we'll be on our way back getting our gear through the TSA one more time with the experience gained this time. So thanks again. Don't forget to like and subscribe, all that stuff, and thanks again for watching. Hello and welcome to the second half of the video. Going through the airport, through the TSAs with our ham radio equipment. And thanks for joining me on this experience. I hope you guys all had the merriest of Christmases with all of your families and loved ones and nieces and nephews. And I hope everybody got lots of ham radios for Christmas. I'm here in Ontario, Southern California, one of my old stomping grounds. Those are the mountains over there. I don't know if you can see them. There's some big mountains. That's Cucamonga Peak right over there. Can you see that? Yeah, like right there. That's Ontario Peak. That's a big freaking mountain. I did one of my first soda activations up there as a rookie technician ham radio operator. But anyways, that's enough stories. We have to be on the airplane at a certain time and make sure that we're allowing ourselves enough time to get through security. So thanks for joining me and thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell and all that YouTube stuff so that you can join me on more of these ham radio, punk rock ham radio adventures. So I'll show you what I'm doing. This is my little hidey hole right here, right next to the terminal, but away from all of the people. So, this is what I'm doing. This is my, everyday luggage with, all of your everyday stuff. This is a backpack. This is my jacket right here. And this is my mast. And this is my 705 bag right here. And what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna take the 705 bag. It looks like that. And the antenna mast. When I'm going through TSA, These guys are gonna be in their own plastic tray, and we're just gonna let that go through, let them pull that stuff aside, let them look at it. Hey, is this yours? Is there anything sharp? No, dude, it's just a ham radio because I'm a nerd. And just let them check it all out. They're especially interested in this mast. I mean, I guess that makes sense. But so while they're doing that, I'm gonna be gathering my stuff, putting my shoes back on, and putting my belt back on, and all of that stuff, so that by the time I have gathered all of my things, they'll be done with all of this, and then I can just go ahead and put my stuff back in my backpack. This will probably end up in there, and then I can just go along on my merry little way back to Indiana. So that's what we're gonna do on this second half of this episode of Punk Rock Ham Radio. All right, California, see you later. I'll miss ya. Until next time, I'll be back. We'll go ahead and make our way over to TSA security and get our ham radios inspected and make sure that all of our fellow passengers and all of our crew and everybody is safe and we all have a nice flight together on the airplane. What I always like to do when I'm going through TSA or I'm talking to any like authority figure, what I like to do is be friendly and ask them about what they're doing. Hey, what's that tester doing? Hey, what's that for? What are you doing? And just get them talking about themselves. And it's, well, and the last guy was super cool, so I'm sure everything will be fine. Just give you a little bit of extra time. All right, let's get up there. I wish I could leave the camera on while I'm going through the TSA so you guys can see the interaction. It's really friendly and it's really cool, but there's a lot of people around and not everybody wants to be on YouTube. We just gotta get through the security so we can all get on the airplane. And that said, turning the camera off, I will see you guys on the other side. We made it trouble-free. That went great. I took my 705 bag and my antenna mast, put them on their own plastic tray with my iPad, because, you know, get out your iPads, get out your laptops, do all of those things, and they just scanned it straight through. I felt like that worked way better than having this inside of this backpack and having this inside of my other luggage, and yeah, they're gonna look at that. And the guy going in, they're especially interested in this, and of course they are. If you're a TSA agent, and thank you guys for all that you do, by the way, but he's like, what's this? And I'm like, it's an antenna mast. It's a 20-foot telescoping pole for an antenna, and it's really cool. And he was like, okay, cool. So, all right. Oh yeah, and by the way, you guys want to see what I got for Christmas this year? I got an Anchor USB-C battery bank. This is the big boy right here. We'll talk more about that later. Mr. Punk Rock Ham Radio guy, congratulations. I have achievement unlocked. I can travel and fly with my QRP Ham Radio Kit wherever I want to go. I want to go to the mountains in Colorado. Maybe I want to go to Florida. Maybe I want to go to Texas and go to a POTA here and a soda there. I can go anywhere with this little portable ham radio QRP kit. Mission accomplished, you guys. That's all I got for now. Thank you guys so much for joining me on another Punk Rock Ham Radio adventure. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you celebrate. I hope you had the best holiday season and got all the ham radios that you wanted for Christmas. But that's all I got for now. Thanks again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Punk Rock Ham Radio on YouTube. And that said, I will see you guys on the next Punk Rock Ham Radio adventure.